everybody, Punisher88 here, and it's time for you to get your pull. That's right, folks, this is where I go over the current stuff that I've gotten recently. So in this case, yesterday, I stopped by my local shop. I picked up a big stack of books here, so let's get through them. First one on the list, we have Afterlife with Archie, issue number 6. I know this book technically counts as a old book now, but it's been sitting on in my pull for so long, and I just never got around to picking it up. So finally, yesterday, I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna pick it up. I love this series. I know they're at issue 7 or 8 now, so I'm a little behind. But I love this series. Actually, no, they're at 8. I have issue 7. It's a variant cover. Anyway, again, I love this series. I mean, let's face it, you can't go wrong mixing zombies with the Archie gang from Riverdale. It just fits. And then I love the covers to this series because they're done by Francisco Francavilla. Is it Francavilla? Yeah, Francavilla. And this guy's amazing, and you won't only hear that from me. I know Reader 1717, she could vouch for me on this one, that he's amazing. The thing I love about his artwork is how he can take simple colors like yellow and orange and gray, and he mixes them with black and white, and he just makes something look amazing. As we can see here, he takes a gray background, mixes it with some black and white, and it's awesome. So anyway, happy to have that. And that's not a variant or anything, that's the regular cover. Next, this is a book that I've been waiting almost 2 months to receive. Now, I think the reason why it took so long for me to receive it is, one, either a lot of other people at my shop ordered this book, or two, there was a shipping problem or something. I don't know. But when I saw this in my stack when I got to the store, I was like, yes, finally. And then when I got home last night and I looked over the book, I kind of got a little ticked off about it. I'll tell you why in a bit. So the book I'm talking about is Night Nurse. Yes, finally. The parts that I like about this book, I love the cover. It has that real 70s look to it. I like how it's kind of like a trade paperback and how bright the colors are in this thing. You know, awesomeness. Now the part that I'm ticked off about, and no, the almost $10 price tag is not what I'm ticked off about, if that's what some of you are thinking. The thing I'm ticked off about with this book is I got it and it's already damaged. It's bent. Now, normally I'm not a stickler for that, but with it being a new book, especially something like this, you expect to get it in better shape. But anyway, I'm assuming it's bent like that because when it was packaged in the box, probably with some of the other books, it kind of got crunched up. But even though it's a little thing like that, it is still kind of bugging me. So, what I'm going to do with this copy is, if some of you out there don't mind wear and tear, this is going to be one of the books included with some other books that are going to make up the prize to my 100 subscriber contest. So, whoever wins my contest, this is going to be one of the books you're getting, if you don't have it already. And, speaking of my contest, I did say that today, being June 16th, was the original deadline for the contest, but I also said that if by the 16th I was still at only 4 entries, I would extend it. Well, upon looking today, I am still at only 4 entries, and not that I have a problem with that, but I would still kind of like to see some other people enter. So what I'm going to do, I'm being nice here, I'm going to extend the deadline to the very end of the month. And then on July 1st, Canada Day, I'm going to pick a winner for the contest. So therefore, giving anyone out there who hasn't entered yet or hasn't had the time to enter yet, now you do. So don't worry, again, I'm not forcing anyone, but if you do want to enter, don't be shy. So there you go. Anyway, moving on. I got Jupiter's Circle, issue number 3. Again, I have the first 2 issues to this series, and I have the first trade of Jupiter's Legacy. I haven't read any of it yet just because I'm reading so much right now, but I am looking forward to reading this and Jupiter's Legacy just because I like the idea of how we have these, this group of superheroes, but in their regular lives they're like you or me. They have problems and whatnot, everyday problems. So I like that kind of idea of a story. So there's that. Next we have Descender, issue number 4. Hearing nothing but good things about this series. Again, haven't gotten a chance to really read any of this yet, but I like that it's Jeff Lemire because he's awesome and he's Canadian. Next we have Injection, issue number 2. If my shop had issue number 1, I'd be showing that to you as well, but they don't. So I'm down on a list for when they get reorders in of issue number 1. I was talking with Kevin of Kevin's Comics. Last week we did a Google Hangout. It wasn't live or anything, but we did a Google Hangout and we were talking about this series, and he said he read the first 2 issues and he said it's a good read. It's kind of weird, but it's good. And when I hear weird, I tend to gravitate towards that. Sometimes I like a weird story, and I read the first 2 pages or whatnot. They had a teaser of it in one of the Outcast books, and when I was reading it, I was like, yeah, this looks like something I'd like to get into. So yeah, so that's that. Next, now I wasn't really gonna get into the whole new batch of number 1s coming out from DC now that Convergence is finished, but when I saw this series and I saw the artwork and even the cover alone, I just had to get it. It's zany looking, it's mental, and I'm just like, this looks like it's gonna be a good time. It's only 6 issues, so I figured, what the hell. So this is Batmite issue number 1. This looks funny, to me anyway. I don't know anyone else who's picking this up, but myself personally, I can't wait to read this. So this looks funny. So anyway, so that's that. Next, this is a cover that actually appeared last week on my top choices of the week, for comic book covers. This is Nailbiter, issue 13. That's a classic right there. Just because how they did a nod to the old Archie comics, and yeah, that is really cool. Next, this is another book I've been waiting for a while to get, and when they first announced this, I was kind of on the fence of either getting it or not getting it, but then I decided to go with it just because it's a nostalgia thing. And even at the time when this was on TV, I was more with the G1 Transformers, but I figured, hey, what the hell, I've heard some good stuff about this book. Again, Reader 1717, she picked this up, or I believe she's still picking up this series, and she says it's good. So, and the series I'm talking about is Gem and the Holograms. Now I know they're at issue, I think, like 4 or 5 now, so I'm a little behind on this, but I don't know. What the heck, why not? And I really like the feel of the cover on this book. It feels really like, durable, it's thick. I like that. I wish all comics were like that. And that's one thing I wanted to bring up, not to get too sidetracked, but have you ever noticed with a lot of like the Marvel books, or even some of the Image stuff, have you ever noticed when you're holding the book after a while, and you're, after reading the book or whatever, or you're just holding it in your hand for a while, you ever notice if, let's say, your hands are a little oily or whatever, the feel of the cover, it's like, I don't know, it gets really gritty and it leaves like an imprint of your fingerprint, or the actual, like, the ink looks like it wears off and there's like a white spot. Don't you hate that? Oh, I wish all the comic book covers would take a hint from DC and do those shiny gloss covers, but still charge like a lower price. But that's dreaming in Technicolor right there. Anyway, moving along. I got some more Convergence tie-in stuff. I got issue 2 of Justice Society of America, just because I love the Justice Society. I think they're awesome. I love, the Jay Garrick, Flash, the Golden Age Flash, and Green Lantern, and Hawkman, and all them, so I like that kind of stuff. Got issue 4 of Return of the Living Deadpool, so I could finally binge read this little mini series. Heard it was great. I know Stacy Poole S was saying that this was really good because it's written by Colin Bunn. So yeah. Next I got Reanimator issue number 2. Still have to read issue number 1. And speaking of issue number 1, I believe I mentioned it already, but the actor who played in Reanimator is going to be at Comic-Con, Montreal Comic-Con this year, and I got it, my issue number 1 I got is a variant cover that looks like the old EC comics, Tales of Suspense, weirds, the old horror stuff. And anyway, my issue number 1 looks like that, and when I go to Comic-Con this year, I'm going to try and get the actor to sign it. And then I want to, maybe put it in a Mylar or put it in a frame or something. Just, I don't know. I think it's cool. Anyway, moving on. We got Joe Frankenstein, issue number 3. Loving this series. It is funny. And, from reading some serious stuff, like the DC Batman and all this stuff, sometimes you just got to sit down and have a great laugh. And Joe Frankenstein, that's a book to do it. Next, from Image, I have The Mantle, issue number 1. Haven't really heard many people talk about this book, so I'm kind of curious about it. Next, from Dark Horse, I got Harrow County, issue number 1. Kind of ticked off, because, again, a little damage there. Anyway, I know they're at issue 2. I ordered issue 2. It didn't come in yet, so probably in my next batch of books that I get, that'll be in there. Again, this is written by Colin Bunn, so kind of curious to read that. Liking the covers, 4963. I believe he's collecting this series, so curious how it's going. So anyway, more Convergence. This is Green Lantern Parallax, issue number 1. Convergence Crime Syndicate, issue number 1. Marvel Secret Wars, Giant Size, Little Marvel, number 1, Scotty Young, regular cover, Scotty Young. Ugh. I keep seeing this advertisement on the back of the new books, and it kind of makes me want to get these, whatchamacallit there, this collection of figures, just so I could build the big figure. It's the Hulkbuster, man. That is awesome looking. Damn! Ooh, that's a lot of money right there. Anyway, next, Secret Wars tie-in, Armor Wars, issue number 1. I never read the original Armor Wars. Might try and find the trade somewhere down the road, but curious of giving that a read. Next, Darth Vader, issue number 6. Gotta have some Darth Vader. Next, we got Princess Leia, issue number 4. This, out of the 3 titles, Star Wars, Darth Vader, and Princess Leia, this is my least favorite series out of the 3, but I'm getting it anyway, just, because I'm a sucker like that. I can't get 2 out of the 3, I gotta get the set. Anyway, so that's that. Next, Star Wars, issue number 6. Crease in the cover. I might get another copy of this. Just, also because I'm sure a lot of you know there's a first appearance in this book, Han Solo's wife. And if you watched We Love Comics, he mentioned that. He showed off this book. So yeah, I might get another copy. Let me see if I can find her in here. Hold on. Where is she? Where is she? Wait. There she is. Right there. Anyway, moving on. Next, Superior Iron Man, issue number 9. Really looking forward to reading this. I really love this series, and I just watched Carnage Man's video before his mini haul / rant, and I hope it's not true, but apparently this might be ending. I hope not, but if it does, it's a downer, because I find this is a really good series. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. Some Battle World stuff. I got Marvel Zombies issue number 1. I got Ghost Racers issue number 1. Speaking of this, when I was at 1 Million Comics, when I got my Ninja Turtles micro series, the villain series, he had a 1 in 20 variant of this book. Oh my god, did it look ever so nice. I wanted to get it so bad, but I didn't feel like shelling out $20 for it. It had the original, what the hell was his name? Oh, Slade. Was it Carter Slade? The original Ghost Rider who used to ride the horse. He was on the cover, and it looked so nice. Oh, but again, I didn't feel like dishing out $20 for it, so anyway. Next, we got Captain Marvel and the Carol Corps, issue number 1. Really looking forward to reading that, just because it sounds neat, and Carol Danvers looks awesome in a Air Force uniform. Anyway, this is a tie-in that I wasn't going to pick up, but a buddy of mine said it was pretty good. And so I was curious about it. They still had, this is the regular cover. They didn't have, well, there was one variant I did get. I will show that at the end. But the variant I was looking for, they didn't have. But oh well, whatever. And this is The Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows, issue number 1. So yeah, looking forward to reading that. I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 46. Finally. Still waiting on issue 45. Something went wrong at my shop, and apparently I wasn't marked down for it, but I am now. So, anyway. Reanimator issue number 3. This is one of those variants I was talking about. It looks like the old EC comics, so I have issue number 1 like this. Although I know you guys know that already because I showed it in a haul video. So I'm going to try and get it signed again by the actor who was in Reanimator. I think it'll look cool. So, anyway. Maybe I'll get him to sign this too. I don't know. No, I'll stick to issue number 1. Next, we have Harley Quinn issue 17. This is the Joker variant. I wasn't expecting on getting the Joker variant, but it was thrown into my pile, so I was like, okay, what the heck, you know. I like the whole all pink background. It really stands out. Next, highly anticipated book, but again, according to Carnage Man, it sucked. That's Batman issue 41. Again, he said it sucked. I haven't read it yet, so right now I'm just going on opinion, but I will give this a read sometime soon. Maybe I'll do a review of it, since I did a review of Batman issue 40, so we'll go from there. So, and as you can see, I got the regular cover. I didn't get the Joker variant. And then, last but not least, I got, like I said, one variant to Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. I got the Secret War action figure variant. I am trying to collect all of these just because they look awesome. So, yeah, so that's the Renew Your Vows variant. Then I got, I'm happy I found this one, the Deadpool Secret Wars variant. And what's cool about this, at the same time I was getting these were at 1 Million Comics. I got my Comic-Con ticket. Okay, I won't show that too much. But anyway, so I got my Comic-Con ticket, so I'm happy about that. I'm good to go now. So anyway, so there's that. And then the last book in this haul is again another action figure variant. This is the variant to the Captain Marvel and the Carol Corps. That's the Captain Marvel action figure variant. So, and that's that. So we made it through this haul. If you guys are still here with me after 20 minutes and 37 seconds, awesome. You guys rock. Whew. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Alright, so next up, after this, probably going to take a little break. Probably go have a bite to eat, because I'm hungry. All I've been going on all morning and part of the afternoon is Gatorade and some milk I had before. But anyway, so I'm going to take a break right now. Probably go have something to eat. Probably play a little GTA 5 on PS4. And then I'm going to continue diving through my collection to make up the rest of those 50 books. Because as I said this morning, I was tagged by Liking the Covers 4963 to show off my 50, key issue or favorite books in my collection, which is awesome. I can't wait to do it. I love doing that. And actually, I should save this for that video, but I urge anyone to go check out any of those top 50 tag vids, because there's some really great collections out there. So anyway, so I'm gonna again try and find the remainder of the books, and maybe after having lunch, I'll do my response video to the Star Wars tag that I was tagged in by Liking the Covers 4963. Alrighty, so until all that madness commences, I'll see you then. And if I don't do any of those today, I can't even talk properly. Yeah, if I don't do any of those videos today, well then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the lame supervillain of the week. Alrighty, so till then, this is again Punisher88 signing off. See ya.